Hello and a happy Wednesday afternoon to you. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. We're going to talk about our weather forecast. It does include two First Alert weather days, one that is ongoing right now, and then one for the second half of the weekend. Completely different reason for the two different First Alert weather days. I want to show you right now, again, so nice outside. Yeah, it's warm and certainly windy out there. We've seen wind gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour in a few spots this afternoon. It looks like those winds are going to remain strong this afternoon through the early evening hours. The concern here is the potential for not only fire starts, but fires burning out of control should we see any fires develop. So here's what we've got for you as we take a look at our current temperatures. Notice how warm it is out there. We've got a very strong south wind along with that sunshine really driving our temperatures upward. 84 for both Grand Forks and Fargo. Now, we've seen several days here recently, not just in the 80s, but if you recall on Monday in Fargo, we hit a high of 92 degrees. We're going to continue for about the next 3 days or so with these very warm temperatures and a big dramatic change in our temperatures coming for the second half of the weekend and beyond. But again, right there, mostly low to mid 80s across the region. So let's take a look at that First Alert weather day. And again, this is the one that is in place right now through about 7 o'clock this evening. What we have is fire weather conditions. Very strong winds, low humidity in some areas. Fires, the potential is there for any fires to burn out of control. It has been very hot, as mentioned, for the last really about a week and a half now, and it has also been very dry. In fact, that's coming up on 2 weeks. You factor those in along with strong winds and low humidity, that becomes an issue. Here's the area of concern. Again, it covers most of the region. The reason why, this is where we have the best chance for those lower humidities during the afternoon hours, as well as the strongest winds. So let's kind of break down for you. We are expecting wind gust planner. And through the evening hours, what we're going to find is wind gusts that are going to be in the 30 to 40 plus range from the south will begin to die down somewhat as we head into the evening hours, back down to the 20s. And eventually, by the time we get to around 9 o'clock, midnight, what we're going to see is those winds dropping to levels that are going to be low 20s, mid to upper teens. So again, not a concern there. Let's take a look at our Fargo wind gust here. You can see 3 o'clock. So here coming up in the next few minutes, wind gust 36 plus miles per hour. 5 p.m. we're looking at 33. So again, we're hanging there in the mid 30s for those wind gusts right through about 5, 6 o'clock before the winds start to subside somewhat. Still going to be very breezy out there this evening. Going to help to hold our temperatures on a mild note this evening as well. Now you look at Grand Forks, and again, we're looking at mid 30s, upper 30s through the evening hours before finally kind of, I think, going below that 20 plus mile per hour mark with the wind speeds once we pass midnight and going into tomorrow morning. Again, as we look at our humidity values, we're going to be in the 30s this afternoon, and then by the time we hit 8 o'clock, we'll start to see those humidity values come up. So again, it's the dry along with that wind speed where we are having the biggest concern there. And again, this goes this First Alert weather day, and the biggest concern goes through about 7 p.m. this evening when those humidity values do start to creep up to the 40 to 50, even 60% range there. Tomorrow morning's lows, very mild. Not quite as much so as we had this morning. Winds will subside as mentioned. We're still going to see mid-50s to low to mid-60s for overnight lows. That is still very warm for the second day of October, which of course is tomorrow. As we look at our highs on Thursday, take a look at this. 86 in Fargo. Now our record high in Fargo is 90. Don't think we're going to hit that record, but we are going to be knocking on the door pretty close. For Grand Forks, the record high 85. While we've got 85 at 4 o'clock tomorrow, I do think we'll creep up another couple degrees. So I think it is likely that tomorrow Grand Forks will break your all-time record high temperature for October 2nd. We're calling for about 87 for that high in Grand Forks. Regardless, a sunny day, a very warm, very summer-like day across the region tomorrow, upper 70s to mid-80s. Now we take it to Friday, same thing. It is going to be very warm. This is our 3 o'clock temperature. I think by the time we hit about 4 or 5 o'clock, I think Fargo has the potential to hit as warm as 88 degrees. Grand Forks, same thing, mid to upper 80s. So again, temperatures very warm for this time of year. We'll start to see winds increase out of the south once again as well on Friday. That's going to help. It's going to be a driver for our temperatures being as warm as they are on Friday. These numbers, once again, close to, not at record values, but close to records. So now let's transition. Let's look at our First Alert weather day as we jump into your Sunday. It's really Saturday night and Sunday. What we have is this. We have a cold front moving through a system which is going to bring, especially for our northern areas, I think some heavy rainfall, some pretty good rain totals. You head farther south, rain values, rain totals are going to be much lower. But all areas are going to see a big drop in temperature. It's going to occur throughout the daytime hours on Sunday from northwest to southeast across the region. So again, big cool down. Winds are going to be strong out of the west-northwest, 30+ miles per hour. So reason for the first alert weather day is we've gone from mid-80s, even a couple upper 80s on Friday. Even into Saturday, we've got a high of 87 in Fargo. Then we look ahead to your Sunday, Monday, temperatures back down in the 60s and 50s. So something you're definitely going to feel. We've had a nice stretch of very summer-like days. That's going to go away. Even with that huge drop in temperature, we're still going to see their numbers right at to just above the norm for this time of year. So again, the areas of biggest impact, rain likely northeast North Dakota, northern Red River Valley, and my apologies there that the wording there, the text goes off the screen a little bit, but that is also northwest Minnesota. You can see the wind gust in excess of 30, large drop in temperature. Let's go ahead and take a look at that weather maker again. Big temperature range, change, I should say, breezy, rain is likely. Let's kind of time this thing out for you here. We're going to move through the day on Friday, stopping during the evening hours. I think on Friday, any rain we see at this point looks like it's going to stay in the extreme northernmost areas of the region. Saturday right now is actually looking pretty nice. The morning time, we could see a few showers in northwest Minnesota, but we're going to get sunshine, partly cloudy conditions, northern areas. Then again, our northern areas start to see northeast North Dakota by 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Some rain move in. Now notice the rain overnight Saturday, early Sunday, the heaviest stuff. The dark green, the yellow colors indicating some of the heavier rain. Notice that stays in our northern locations. Though I do think we will see rain in Fargo and Grand Forks. I think Fargo area south, the totals are going to be much lighter. Get a little wraparound moisture there behind the low on Sunday afternoon before the system exits, I should say, by Sunday night and into early Monday. Take a look at our rainfall potential here. Now, it's interesting. Again, we're going to stop Friday 10 p.m. You can see just a touch of rainfall in northernmost areas. We jump into Saturday. Saturday afternoon, we are still looking at northwest Minnesota with a shot of showers there. Could see in some areas maybe half an inch, but by and large, right through Saturday afternoon, we're still on the dry side. There's definitely a need for rain at this point. Look what happens from Saturday night through Sunday night. All of a sudden, we're looking at the potential for 1, maybe 2+ inches of rainfall northeast North Dakota. If you're in Langdon, you're in Cavalier, you're in Devil's Lake, you're going to have a better opportunity to see higher rain totals there. You start heading to Grand Forks, about half an inch of rain, maybe a touch more. Once you jump down Jamestown, off to the east to Fargo, and then you start spreading out toward Bemidji, oh gosh, maybe a 1/4 inch of rainfall at best is the way it looks right now. You get down towards Sisseton, Fergus Falls, Ellendale, we're going to see very little, if any, rainfall at all. So again, rain really broken down from northern, western portions of the region, getting the most rain, southeastern getting the least. Finally, temperature trends. Take a look at this. Talked about how warm it's going to be. 88 Friday, 87 Saturday. By the way, Saturday for Fargo, that 87 would tie our record high for October 4th. Look at Sunday, 67 degrees, and we're going to see that temperature dropping throughout the day. So I think by the time we get to the evening hours, we're in the 50s. Monday, 61, Tuesday, 64. So again, getting back to the highlights here, this afternoon, early evening, first alert weather day for those fire concerns. Again, strong winds, low humidity. Then it's going to be very hot. Thursday, Friday, into Saturday, certainly for this time of year, going to feel very like midsummer. Then we jump into Sunday, another first alert weather day, mainly for that dramatic drop in temperature. Just something we want you to know is headed your way. Also opportunities for rain, windy conditions as well on our Sunday. Once we get to next week, highs are going to be pretty consistently in the low to mid 60s, so comfortable, much more fall-like feel. So again, if that's something you're looking forward to, I think you are going to like our weather as we head into Sunday and certainly next week, because that's going to come with sunshine. In the meantime,